Hi, welcome to Duty Cases. In this current video session, we are going to discuss about Azure Blob Storage. The Azure Blob Storage is a Microsoft object storage solution for the cloud. The blob storage is optimized for storing a massive amount of unstructured data. So, what is structured data? What is unstructured data? So structured data means which contains a particular data models and the relations, definitions is structured data. For example, we take the SQL table, which is structured data. It is fixed definitions and relations between the columns with them. But unstructured data is a data that does not adhere to particular data model or definition, such as text or files or binary or images, etc. So the blob storage is designed for serving images or document directly from the browser. So when you create a blob storage, you can upload the documents or images, whatever the files, unstructured data, you can upload from the browser itself. And storing the files for the distributed access. Streaming the video or audio. So many of applications like which want to stream the video or audio can use this blob storage is app solution. Writing the log files, many of applications they will write the log files into the Azure Blob or Azure files because of shift and left approach. And storing the data for the backup and restore the disaster recovery and archiving. And storing the data for analysis on-premise or Azure hosted services. So when you log in into the Azure portal, you will create the Azure storage account. As I told that when you create a storage account, you will get the built-in features like blob service, file service, queue service, and table service by default when you create the storage account. Under the storage account, you can create the container. Under the container, you can pass the blobs. So under the storage account, you can create the n number of containers. Under the container, you can upload the n number of blobs. For example, in this scenario, I have created a storage account is DTKSS storage account. Then I have created two containers. One is pictures and movies. In that, I have been created two containers and I passed two images and the video file. So this is for an example. Now we go back to the Azure portal and we try to create a container blob storage. I'm just reusing this blob, the storage account which we have created in our previous video session. So if anybody not watch the how to create a storage session, please go back to the previous video and watch it and continue to watch from this session. Because I'm depend on this storage account which is created in our previous session. So first you need to log in into the portal. I'm coming from the scratch. So you need to log in into the portal, then find the storage account and you can find the storage account. Under that data storage, you contains these containers, files, queues, tables. So container is nothing but a blob storage. Click on container. So here you will have the plus icon plus container. So you just create a container is images and here you will have the three level of access. One is private access, no anonymous access. Blob, anonymous to read access for blobs only. Container, anonymous to read access for containers and blobs. So entire containers. So I'll just give images and click on the button create. So the container is created. When you open the container, you click on the upload button and browse the files and you can choose any file and just upload. So file is uploaded already. And go back to the previous step and create one more container files. So you must remember this container name should be lowercase, numbers and hyphens only, and that the name should start with letter. So files, and I'll just give 123 and create the files. So the container file 123 has been created, and you can upload the file. So just click on the browser, go back to downloads, and you can find any sample document. So I'll just choose this sample one and upload. So file is uploaded to Blob Storage. So very simple. So when you want to upload any files, when you want to store the files into the storage, just log in into the portal, you can able to upload the things. Even you can restrict this uploading. For example, you want to share this blob storage to others. For example, you are working with multiple team members and they want to access these files certain time. You want to allow them maybe half day or next day, 1 day, 2 days, like that. You want to allow them, so you can access this shared access token. Here, signing key, and you can see the permissions. So you can add the files, you can give the permission them to read, add, create, write, delete, list, immutable storage, whatever the permissions is there, you can give them, and you can give the start and expiry time. So they can able to access these between this time only, that particular blob files, and generate the token. So this is the blob SAS URL. So they can use this URL to read this particular blob storage temporarily. For example, when you want to integrate these particular blobs or the data storage services, you can able to use the access keys. These are all the permanent. So you can able to see the key. This is the particular key 1, key 2. Why there is a 2 keys is, for example, you are have get any problem with this key, want to replace with this connection string, you can use the key 2 until the time. So system will not get downtime. So once you update this key, you can replace that key, whatever the new key is generated in the application. So as these access keys are permanent to access this data storage, that's the reason I have given the second option is you can give the shared access tokens. What is this shared access tokens is? A shared access signature is a URI that grants the restricted access to the Azure storage container. Use it when you want to grant access to the storage account resources for a specific time range without sharing the storage account keys. These account keys are permanent, so they can access until the time these keys are working. These access keys are working, they can access these storage resources until the time. But you want to restrict the specific person to access only certain time means you can use these shared access tokens. Or when you are integrating, definitely you can use this connection string. So using this connection string, you can able to upload the files using the programmatically. In the next video session, I'll show you how you can integrate this blob storage with .NET application. So in this series, I'm just repeating, in this series session, we have been covered that creating a blob storage, containers, under the containers, how you can upload a files through the browser. But actually when you go for real scenario, you will not get access to this blob storage directly through the to upload browser. You need to do it programmatically. So how we can integrate these containers through the .NET application using these access keys, we'll see in the next video session. Thank you.